Morning, everyone. We are the creators of St. Michael's Charter School of Athletic Ambitions. I'm Adriana Gonzalez.
I'm Nora Markey.
I'm Alexandra Dougal.
My name's Sears.
And we have 3 other members of our team that helped us get this all together: Margaret Martin, Nicholas Dubois, and Joanne Espinal.
When our group first formed, it didn't take us long to realize that we wanted to be a charter school of superior athletics and academics, so we basically made the supreme school for all of us. Our location is 260 Surrey Road, right down the street at the old Cathedral High School, which was demolished by the June 1st, 2011 tornado, so we'd be taking over that location. There's plenty of space for athletic facilities. It's in a safe neighborhood. It's on a safe but easily accessible street, and it's located on Island Pond, which makes for a great atmosphere for the students.
We chose the name St. Michael's Charter School of Athletic Ambitions for a few reasons. First of all, the story of St. Michael the Archangel teaches valuable lessons about standing up for others, courage, and never backing down, which all values that are closely tied to values we're trying to teach at our school, but also closely tied to athletics itself. And we chose the name Athletics Ambitions because we're based on athletics, and students that come to our school are generally interested in pursuing athletics later in their life. Our key points for this presentation are going to be that we're advanced in athletics, superior in academics, based on values, financially stable, well-designed, environmentally friendly, safe, and technologically advanced.
We are very athletically advanced. We are the Springfield Scorpions. Coaches approve and recruit our players because they must be advanced in at least one sport that we offer. It doesn't have to be a team sport, since we know that disabled students might not be able to participate in a sport that competes against other schools. It's more about teaching the skill rather than playing the sport. Our middle school competes in advanced club leagues in the region. Our high school varsity is in the prep school league. We have built-in fitness periods during our day, meaning that each student, based on the sport they play, can take a fitness class during the day to fit their training needs. We are not only elite in sports, but training improves skills for other sports. The sports we have is football, baseball, lacrosse, basketball, soccer, track and field, indoor track, ice hockey, softball, cross country, field hockey, competitive cheerleading, and gymnastics. Our student life: high school students have a half day every Wednesday so that they can compete in the prep school league. Middle school teams are in club leagues, so they have full days on Wednesdays. Missed class periods for the high school students are made up in earlier classes that start earlier in the day or a longer school day. Students from other countries or students that live far away can stay with families in the community.
We realize that students don't all learn in the same way, so we cater to each student's individual learning style. There's different classes with different learning styles. Some are more hands-on, some have a lecture style, some are smaller group, some are larger group. Some teach things in a visual way, some are more peer teaching, students help each other. Some are faster paced and some are slower paced. This is our list of classes. We have all the core classes plus more for math, language arts, science, and social studies. And then we also have technology classes, a coaching and strategy class, which basically teaches students about planning their sports games and how they're going to strategize that, and sports journalism. We offer these classes all at standard level, plus at an advanced placement level. We also offer a program for juniors and seniors called the International Baccalaureate Diplomacy Program. And it's recognized, a degree in this is recognized by elite colleges all around the world. And it's a more integrated and cultural approach to learning. It teaches students to think critically, and it helps them become lifelong learners. They quote-unquote learn to learn. We offer extra help after school and during study hall periods with volunteer teachers, volunteer community members, and volunteer students who are advanced enough to help other students in these areas. For disabilities and injured students, when accepting students, We view students with disabilities just as equally as students without disabilities. And if they can't play a team sport, we have other alternatives such as other fitness activities that aren't necessarily team sports like weightlifting and wrestling.
Our school is very involved in the community. We come together with our community through competition. You can buy season tickets to our Springfield Scorpions sports matches, and we have senior technology classes held in our lab. And it's taught by students for our seniors, and they're under adult supervision. Then we have our student mentor program, and children from all over Springfield, grades K through 5, are bused in. And then it's an after-school program. They give the students homework help, and they teach them different things about athletics and gets them interested in our school. And then we have our open gym and field on weekends and during other times during the week. We tore down the old cathedral property with deconstruction instead of demolition because it would get involved with the community and get together, just everyone to have a good time and help out other families that are in need of other things. So it gets the school involved. It's an alternative to demolition. You disassemble the building and then you take the parts that are still usable and put them into other projects. It's definitely nonprofit and it just helps other people, which is good. And then the materials are used for building homes for inner city people, schools, shelters, and it's a very positive experience for people involved and that receive.
Now moving on to our budget portion, if you have a visual aid packet, you can look along. Our capital fund was $38 million, which came from grants, bank loans, donors and fundraisers, and sponsors and naming rights. In the graph, it's broken up, and most of it came from a bank loan, and a good amount came from grants as well. Broken down the grants, most of it came from the Bill and Melinda Gates Scholar Program and the Under Armour Education Fund. Since we are an athletics school, they were willing to donate to us. If you see in the graph, it's split up pretty evenly. Most of it comes from the Gates Scholar Program and the Under Armour Fund. For bank loans, we spoke with Bank of America and they would have given us a business bank loan for $20 million, which we are going to pay back over the next 30 years with 5% interest, so we'll pay a little over $1 million every year. And for donors and fundraisers, Big Y, a grocery store near us, is very, very involved in Catholic education, so they would be running a fundraiser for us, and that would raise about $400,000. And then we also have community fundraisers, school fundraisers, and other donors. For our sponsors and naming rights, we spoke with businesses that we know personally, and this is to have their names on our scoreboards or advertised in our stands, such as the Sears Real Estate scoreboard. And each of them would donate $50,000, so it's spread pretty evenly.
Our initial expenses were the property, the deconstruction, builders and contractors, furniture, materials and tools, technology, the geothermal heat pump we'll be using to heat our school, wind turbines, and solar panels over the next couple of years. Most of it was spent on our builders and on our property.
The annual operating budget. Since we are a charter school, we do get a state reimbursement of almost $5 million. With 700 students, each student receives $7,000, meaning we do not have a tuition. The annual operating expenses we spend on teacher and faculty, administrative salaries, electricity, heating and cooling, maintenance, loan payments, technology investments, materials, supplies, and textbooks, miscellaneous, and payment to our endowment. As you can see, a big portion went into the materials and technology and the salaries, but we do also put a lot into our endowment.
Now we're going to show you our model, and you can also look up here at some of the SketchUps while we're displaying them.
Alright, this is our main entrance to our school building. It leads into our first floor. And it is focused into our gymnasium since we are a sports school. when we talked to an architect, we learned that you want to have a focal point in your building, and since we're focused around sports, we've decided that our gymnasium would be our focal point. This is our workout room, and it's connected to the nurse's office, and then down the hall we have other offices for the principal and vice principal. This is a conference room and a storage room. This is our cafeteria and our kitchen, connected to the bathrooms on our second floor.
For the purpose of the model, we couldn't fit all about 25 classrooms that we'd be putting, so we did sample classrooms. As Nora said, we have different learning styles, so these would be lecture-based classrooms, or classrooms for labs, and these would be discussion-based around a big table. Our world religion classes would be a discussion-based classroom, since students usually have a lot of questions about their faiths and other people's faiths. A foreign language classroom, this one we showed us Spanish, would also be discussion-based, since you're learning a language together and we want to be able to speak it together.
This is the high school level of our floor, which is the third floor. This is basically the same as our middle school, where there are discussion-based classrooms and lecture-based, such as our literature, which would be discussion-based, and an astronomy classroom, which would be more lecture-based or hands-on. This is our rooftop garden. We have a greenhouse with composting bins next to it, and a solar panel facing south, because that's where most of our most energy is collected. There's another outdoor garden for when the weather is warmer that we can use.
And then we also have 2 rooftop lab classrooms, which they're not assigned to any specific class in particular. So teachers at the beginning of the week can sign a form to reserve the classroom for a specific class period during the day.
Now if you come over here, I'll show you our gymnasium. Our gym is split into 2 halves. One side would be our gymnastics gym, and then the other side would be our basketball gymnasium. And in between, there would be a viewing room on top for the gymnastics judges and for scouts that could view our athletes. And underneath the viewing room, there would be locker rooms for both gymnasts and basketball players. On this side, we have our multi-purpose turf field and our track and field. And our track, this would be used for soccer, field hockey, lacrosse, and football. And then we have a double-sided grandstand so that you can view both sides, the baseball field and our multi-purpose field. This is our library, which connects to our main building. Students can come here during their day to read and reflect, as well as in the chapel. They could reflect in there. And in between our chapel and library, there's a courtyard for students to come and eat their lunch during the warmer months of the year, or to reflect, like I said. Now, the last thing, we have our wind turbines, and they're close to the building on our model, but they would really be farther away, like somewhere around here or over here on our real campus.
The main entrance of our school would be located right here for the easy accessibility, and then the school would be right here with the sports fields in the back, and then the wind turbines up here. If you want to look over here at the actual layouts, we have it on physical models. Over here would be the first floor, and as you can see, the main entrance is over there. So like Liam was saying, you would focus in on the gymnasium. This is the second and third floor. They're the same. We have classrooms in the middle and along the sides, bathrooms over here, and stairs and an elevator going up. And then this is the rooftop. And we have the stairs and the elevator, and there would be walls all along the outside, the greenhouse, the classrooms, solar panels, composting bins, and garden plots. We would have emergency escapes from our rooftops, just a stairwell going down the side of the building in case it wasn't safe to use the elevator or stairway. Do you have any questions?